In this short video today, we're just going to look at referencing a book using Footnotes Hull. On my screen, on the left-hand side, I have library search result for a book on writing history. I've got a Word document open with some space to write my full footnote, my short footnote, and a bibliography entry. And I've also got the footnote referencing guides from the University of Hull. If I just scroll down, there are some quick links to get to the pieces of information on that guide that you would like. There is a link to the quick reference guide and the PDF version of this, and you can also add this to your Canvas dashboard. First thing are some basic rules on footnote referencing, so you can have a look at those. Some information on citing figures, tables and data within your work, and some templates and examples. We then go on to different types of information that you might want to reference. Today we're looking at a book with a single author, so I'm just going to click on this type. When you click on the type that you would like to reference, it will give you the information you need for a full footnote, so the first time you put that as an in-text citation in your work. A short footnote, so if you subsequently refer to that piece of information again, and what you will need for the bibliography entry. So the first thing we're going to look at is the full footnote, and it gives you the information you need and then an example. So you can see from this example, first thing we're going to need is the initial of the author. So this book is written by John Marincola. So my first piece of information here is going to be J for John, and then the surname. Okay, I then need a comma. We then need to write the title of the book. Now this should be in sentence case and italics. So sentence case just means only the first letter is capitalised unless there are any place names or proper nouns. So I'm just going to choose the italics on my Word document and type the title in. Okay, looking back at my guidance, I don't need a full stop or anything. I go straight onto the publishing information. The first thing I need to do is take off my italics. So then I've got a bracket, an open bracket, and I put my publisher information in. So looking at my library search, I can see that I've got my title, my author, and underneath here, I've got the publisher, Penguin Classics. According to my guidance, the next thing I need is a comma, and then the year that it was published, which is 2017. It comes next to my publisher. Okay, the next thing I need is to close my brackets and a comma. At this point, I can put some page numbers in if they are pertinent to the information I've used. So if I've used certain information on certain pages of the book, I can put those page numbers in at this time. And then a full stop. So that is my full footnote. If I then went on to use that source again straight away, I could use IBID. But if not, if there have been other pieces of information in between, the next time I use this as an in-text citation, I can use a short footnote. So this is a lot less information than the full footnote. It just saves us writing it all out again. So looking at my short footnote here, I just use the surname this time. I do not need the initial. So I'm just going to put Marincola, comma, and then a shortened version of the title, still in italics and sentence case. So I'm just going to use On Writing History. And then the pages again. So if I've used different pages this time. Oh, but not in italics. So I'm just going to take my italics off. 55. And a full stop. So that is all I need for my short footnote. When I finish my work, everything that I've referred to in my work, I must put in my bibliography at the end of my work. So this time I'm going to look at the bibliography entry, and that's where you need a little bit more information. So just scrolling down, we've got the information here about the bibliography entry, and it does look slightly different from the full footnote. So this time we start with the surname. So that's so that it's easy to find your in-text citations in your bibliography. They will all be listed by surname. So this time, instead of J dot, we're going to start with the surname and then put J dot, okay, for the initial. We then need a comma and the title of the book. And again, in sentence case and italics. And the full one this time. Okay. Looking at our guidance this time, instead of a comma, we're going to have a full stop. I'm going to take off my italics. The next thing I need is my publishing information, and this time I don't need it in brackets. So we're just going to write in Penguin Classics. And after that, a comma. And then you can see I've just got the year then. We don't need to put page numbers in this time because it's referring to all of the times you've used it in your work, and a full stop. So that is my full footnote, my short footnote, and the bibliography entry for a book.